What's up, you mother fathers? This is Biakdon, or Bector99. It's been a while. Been a while since I tapped in. Been a while since you guys tapped in. It's the middle of fucking May already, bro. Time is flying, and not in a good way, but you gotta think positive, right? I think at some point I'm gonna watch Love, Death, and Robots. I think that's what it's called. I heard something like there's a new season coming out. Hopefully tonight. What else is on my radar? Um, I want to see the Brad Pitt Formula One movie. I kind of wish that he didn't have a younger co-star. I wish they just would have trusted that you could make a movie about Brad Pitt doing Formula One by himself. I mean, obviously he'd have to have co-stars, but he's really a co-lead with the other guy. And I wish it was just like him racing and the other guy could have been another driver, but they didn't have to have this like kind of like when they brought Tom Cruise back for Top Gun, even though Tom Cruise produced it, they said Tom Cruise is teaching the younger people or whatever, or they injected younger people in there. But I would have preferred a version of the script where Tom Cruise was just doing stuff, you know? But that's not what I got. Um, yeah, I think that's about it. I think that's all Becton wanted to tell you is Love, Death, and Robots. Um, I saw the Superman trailer. Look at that. Look how easy I am, or how starved I am to give you guys content. I'm just fucking looping shit in here. But I saw the Superman trailer, and nah, I'm still hating on it because it's like the only way they could have got me in the theater is if it was Henry Cavill. But what the trailer did do for me, it made me walk back that the new dude was ugly. Like from the pictures I saw beforehand, I didn't like his face. I still don't like the suit. Um, the man who plays Lex Luthor, he's great, but he's British. Hell, I think even well, okay. I can't complain about that in this context because Henry Cavill is British. But they could have casted American. And I don't even know what James Gunn is doing because he tried to cast Daniel Craig as Sergeant Rock or whatever. And then he from there he went to Colin Farrell. And I'm like, so a character that's going to play a southern white person from America. There's nobody in America, no actors, no white people in America. You got to go across the pond to get a person, a European, to go through a different level of cognition to become American or to get or adopt a fucking accent. I'll tell you the truth, I'm surprised that James Gunn didn't announce that he said, okay, well, I tried to give it to Daniel Craig. I tried to give it to Colin Farrell. Hell, man, what the hell's Rick doing from The Walking Dead, man? Rick can do a southern accent, right? Yeah, I'm Sergeant Rock, right? So that pissed me off too. Also, bro, I don't want Superman's adopted parents to be ugly. James Gunn did that. This Lois Lane, obviously she's a pretty woman when she's standing by herself. Now, what does that mean? Like, if you lined her up, like if you said, okay, now I got Rihanna in the line, this girl, she might not get chose. The last girl, Amy Adams, I'm gonna say baddie, but not because of her body. The girl before that, Kate Bosworth, kind of cute. I liked her in Remember the Titans when she was being racist. Kind of turned me on. And then before that, you had the TV show lady. I forget her name on Lois and Clark. Terry Thatcher or something like that. And then I guess, I'm gonna skip a couple of the other iterations and go straight to the movie where you had Margot Kidder in there. But I'm like, when we gonna have Lois Lane be a baddie with a BBL? You know what I'm saying? Like, can I get a Lois Pog Lane? Just titties leaping out the bra, but casually. Like they want to talk about body positivity and shit in all shapes, but it's like to me that just means the person can be fat. What are fat booty bitches? Why aren't they being represented in this spectrum of body positivity? Where is all the fully figured women that aren't chunky or big? And I like chunky or big women. I do. But I'm talking about sometimes you can have a girl who she got all that, but the stomach is flat. They don't want to show us that. They want to show me a skinny Lois Lane with regular size boobs and a flat ass. And I'm like, fuck you, James Gunn. But that brings us full circle. The Superman stuff looks cool. You can also see that, like, one of the people that he's fighting, she looks like she looks like a person who hasn't had a boyfriend in a long time. And so I'm like, we got to get some representation in there. And I don't know. And tell you the truth, this might be a crazy take that right here. I don't know how well this is going to age. In the age of diversity, I don't know if I've seen a really good movie. Like, when I used to watch movies when I was a child, I never watched a movie. Like, I did not watch a movie and go, oh man, that movie was good, or I kind of liked it, but I didn't see enough black people or any specific race of people. And now that we're just throwing these people, or just throwing a diverse cast together, maybe the diverse cast isn't the problem, but since we're just throwing people in here, I think the quality of the films are suffering because we're not getting the best actors. So I have no stake in proving or disproving that, but that's just an observation that I have. And on top of that, maybe you could say, like, the original Color Purple, the cast was crazy. I haven't seen a movie where you just like even if the movie was 7 years ago, I haven't seen a movie where you're like, oh, that dude was in there, and that dude, and that dude. Wow, that's crazy. Nope, you just get like main star, diversity hire, yada, yada, yada. And I'm not even against diversity or DEI or none of that shit. Like, in no, I'm not against that, but in movies, I want to know that it's really the best actor that they could have got in there. And that's a chicken or the egg type thing, and it's could be subjective, but I'm telling you, I have not been blown away by any movie. And I guess I'm no. I could say They Clone Tyrone was good, but for the most part, I'm just gonna end this one, man. Becton out.